St. Simeons, founded in 1960 by the Episcopal Diocese of Oklahoma, is Tulsa's senior community. We've been helping seniors through all the seasons of change for 57 years and now offer 8 distinctive levels of care.
You feel that? That's your pacemaker. I've been in long-term care since I was 17. I think the patient interaction is the best part of it, the reward from the patients that you get.
I've always known that the quality of care St. Simeons delivers to its residents is unparalleled in this town. So I knew that intuitively, but once you're here and you experience it, you really see how different this facility is and how important it is that you have staff and nurses and administrators that you can count on at any time.
We got great management. They just look out for their employees. They're going to make sure we're okay, and they're going to make sure the residents are okay.
Well, I think the really amazing part of the home has always been the people that work here.
Sometimes the patient just needs some one-on-one.
Well, everybody's very loving and caring, I would say.
One of the things that having donors helps us be able to do is to have an increased staffing to resident ratio. We've got the highest ratio in town, and having that extra attention, the extra hands around to care for the residents makes such a difference.
I'm always interacting with residents as soon as I walk through the door. Somebody gonna stop me. When I come here, it's like I'm at home as well. These people are my family. I make them happy, they make me happy.
It's just a great place to work. I can't imagine working anywhere else. I can see myself retiring here. Okay, see you later. Bye.
The facility itself has changed over the years.
Come back here in your chest, press straight forward.
And that swimming pool's amazing, and all the different things. This bistro is like a nice restaurant in Midtown. You know, these are things that you have for people that of all ages that make it feel like they're in a good place and not someplace they don't want to be.
What the foundation has done through fundraisers like Western Days is enabled the facilities to be continually improved and upgraded, while at the same time trying to keep the cost of residents being here to as much of a minimum as possible.
The aides go through every day, and that's part of their routine to make sure the rooms are clean, neat, tidy, free from any fall hazards, things like that.
First place is a beautiful facility, inside and out. I mean, the landscaping is beautiful. They take such good care of it. That's the outside. And I just say the inside, you know, your wide open areas, and I mean, we have everything, a library and everything. There's something to please everybody.
Probably the biggest initiative that the home had early on was trying to create a memory center dealing with Alzheimer's care. At that time, there was nothing in the state of Oklahoma that offered a really specific type of memory care.
I mean, obviously the facilities have grown and changed, and they've been able to take in more and different kinds of patients, and obviously that's the change aspect of it. When we start looking at facilities and you look at the competition that's out there and what's available, you know, they've been on the cutting edge.
From when my grandmother was here, it was pretty much just basically what we called a nursing home at that point, whereas now it's a facility that offers every level of care, all the activities, the Alzheimer's unit versus, you know, the swimming pools and the other things that they offer to their residents that just were not available when she was here.
I've heard about St. Simeons from one of the senior partners at the law firm that I joined in the fall of 1974.
My husband's a priest Episcopal, so this is an Episcopal institution. We always knew we were going to be here eventually.
Actually, getting involved with St. Simeon was through my friend.
Obviously, I'm proud of my parents and their involvement. It's been a part of my life, not just at St. Simeon's, but other places where they've become involved. And it's not just about giving money, it's also about giving their time and their talent.
The men and women that serve in our armed forces are a real treasure for our country. The home has reached out to the VA and brought veterans here that are being rehabilitated after being discharged from hospitals, and I've been particularly gratified to see the home take that initiative and welcome our veterans into the community here at St. Simeons.
They deserve, for protecting our country and doing what they do, to be at the top of the line. And as far as we're concerned, that's what St. Simeons is.
One resident, he very seldom ever talked. And one day I noticed he was in the, I think, Navy. And once you start asking him just one question about the Navy, it's so interesting because he can go back to when he joined, what he did, why he joined.
It puts them in a community that supports them and really honors their past service for our country.
I'll say this, if I ever have to be here, this is where I would want to be.
One night I was here kind of late. I found a couple of the aides and I explained what was going on and asked them just to keep an extra eye out for my parents that night. One of them looked at me and she said, "Honey, you look like you need a hug." And so we proceeded to have this group hug, the three of us. It was just so comforting to me. They're not only caring for my parents, but they're also caring for the family members as well.
I mean, I always tell people if they want their parents or their loved ones to be well taken care of, this is the best place to bring them.
That's the best reward of this job, is when you see that smile on the resident's face.
We've all become fond of each other. We care for each other in every way, you know, the sadness and the goodness. That's what's so wonderful. Made a whole new world. It's nice. That's what makes it St. Simeon that way, I think.
And it's a hard thing to do, but it's much easier to move people into a place that's more like a home than an institution.
We really think that it's important to be the best around.
It's just an overall great place to live. You're gonna visit, you're gonna interact, you're gonna laugh with them, sometimes cry with them. That's St. Simeon. We're just one big happy family.